Welcome to my summer 2023 internship presentation. So, this summer I had the opportunity to work as a news department intern with Waterman Broadcasting, which is now Hearst Television. So, my name is Jusolyn Flower, and I'll be heading into my senior year this fall. I'm a communication major with a minor in journalism. I started writing for Eagle News in December, and I will be graduating from FGCU in the spring of 2024. So, to give you a little bit of background info on the company that I interned for, Waterman Broadcasting was a small, local, and independently owned broadcasting company founded in 1978, and they serve all of Southwest Florida, including Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, but they extend much farther. They operate two TV stations actually in the same building, both NBC2 and ABC7. And we focus on just covering daily news, fresh local stories with a mix of weather updates, national coverage, and of course, your regular breaking news as well. NBC2 is a lot more focused on the hard news, breaking news side of things, while ABC7 is our Get More station. So they focus more on the entertainment side of things and go a little bit deeper with their stories. But halfway through my internship, we were actually acquired by Hearst Television. So we are no longer under Waterman Broadcasting, we're under a corporate company, but everybody kept their same positions. So personally, like I said earlier, I was an intern under the news department, so very broad, but this gave me also a very broad opportunity to explore whatever I wanted to. So my main goal with this internship was just to gain a better sense of clarity when it came to my career and have more direction with what life looked like after graduation. So I was able to shadow a bunch of people in a variety of positions, including editors, producers, digital content producers, photographers, and reporters. And this was all to help me gain a better understanding of what the newsroom and how they functioned on a day-to-day basis. So in the midst of all that, I got to learn how to properly operate camera equipment, conduct interviews with other reporters, learn how to film live shots and try to get comfortable in front of a camera, doing stand-ups. I also learned how to log, how to track, how to write scripts for news, and turn stories quickly when we have breaking news. When it comes to my relationships with people in the newsroom, I was under two supervisors. Tim Klotaritis is the news director for NBC2 or WBBH, and he was the one who hired me. I actually had the chance to meet him before an internship was even in the works. He came into audiovisual journalism, which is taught by Judd Gribbs, and he just was able to give us advice, talk a little bit about the station and his career, and then after that, Judd put me in contact with him again, and we were able to get this internship set up. Corinne Gensler is our executive producer for all general assignment on the day side projects. And sorry. Every day for the first half of my internship, she was the one that I would go to, and she would kind of tell me who I would be with and where I would be, since I did not know anyone. So as time went on, I kind of found that I fit more in the field rather than at a desk in the station. And so I found myself gravitating towards Samantha Serbin, who is a news reporter for NBC2, and she has a lot of experience under her belt, and she's been able to be a real light for me, I would say. And she's provided lots of great tools and been a great resource for me. I've shadowed her probably the most out of any reporter, just because we get along so well, and I feel like I've learned the most from her and how to be an effective, efficient journalist. So, yeah. Um, During this internship, I feel like I've gained a better sense of what a career in the field of journalism would look like. Prior to this, I truly was veering away from journalism because the only experience I have is in print journalism, not broadcast. So I just never had a strong desire to be on TV, and I felt like that was most of what a reporter did. But after shadowing multiple people, like I said, I just found myself gravitating more towards working in the field and getting like out there to interview people and put together a piece and really dedicate your day to making a full story. So I think going forward, reporting seems ideal, especially since I am most passionate about helping people. And although I really do want my name tied to my work, like that is a priority for me. I think my main priority is to make sure that people's stories are told accurately and that they're portrayed in the light they want to be portrayed in. And so if I can shine that light on them, then that's all that really matters. And I think that reporting is a good way for me to execute that. So overall, I think I've gained three learning outcomes from this. And this just kind of covers all the bases, in my opinion. Going into it, I really wanted to understand how a newsroom operates and what every position looks like. And I feel like coming out of this, I 100% do have that knowledge now. And I know how each person does their job in order to make the entire station run as a unit, and that's really important. And then I've also just, learned how to interview people better, talk to people, be personable, write for TV news. It's a completely different form of writing compared to long form story writing. And then also just being able to operate heavy camera equipment and editing software and digital content, which was all somewhat familiar to me, but now I feel like I do have a better foundation. And then lastly, and I think this is the most important, is I really just do have a better sense of clarity when it comes to my career now, which is also what I wanted to gain through this internship. I didn't really feel like I had a place in journalism, and I think here this gives me the perfect opportunity to utilize everything that I'm interested in, and it really is a whole package deal. But it also just allowed me to understand myself better and also just speak up for myself. I think in the beginning I did feel a little bit like a floater, and that was something I struggled with, was not having a place in the newsroom as an intern. But throughout this, I was able to really make connections with people in the station, and people know my name now. They know who I am. I emailed people, texted people, reached out, being like, hey, can I shadow you on this day? Hey, I would really like to learn this. I'm free on these days. And it really made my Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at the station 10 times better because I walked into it knowing what I was going to do rather than walking in clueless. And yeah, that just made a world of difference. So I think overall, I'm just really grateful that I had the opportunity to work in such a well-known um, environment with people that I grew up, watching on TV, and um, my family members and friends being like, oh my gosh, do you know this person? And I'm like, yeah, I see them. But more so just being able to recognize them as actual people and learning about stories and going through like some really heavy stuff. I will not lie. We covered um, court cases, murder suicides, homicides, car accidents. Um, yeah, the list really does go on. And we did have some fun doing some lighter stories, but I think the variety is truly what I wanted coming out of this. And it just allowed me to grasp what a day and a life as a reporter would look like. And it doesn't seem as intimidating as it was before. I see that this video is getting up to 12 minutes, and I am so sorry, Amanda Park. I know this is supposed to be 8 minutes, so just bear with me. I've got about 30 seconds left because I made a little recap trailer just for fun to give you an inside look on my life over the past few months with NBC2.